there was a part of me that used to walk away from things when they got hard. And you made me not want to do that.
Yeah, that was a tough time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Describe the moment our love changed from friendship to romantic, but from my perspective.
Yeah. Oh, from my perspective?
From my perspective.
We were playing the card game with our friends, little group, right before you were about to go on like a week vacation to Hawaii, and you decided to ask me the question, where do you see our relationship in 10 years? And at that point, I was just like, I made a very quick decision to be like, okay, this is an opening here. Let's put something out there. And so I said, either, continually, to like build this amazing friendship that we have right now, or married. And I think everybody just kind of like the record stopped for a second, and then there was probably a brief like pause, and somebody just like, all right, next question. And then it like just stopped, and like you went on vacation, and then we probably didn't talk about it for like 3 weeks or so until January when you like sat me down on your floor.
I don't know why that sitting on the hardwood floor in the corner of my little apartment felt right. But I said, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it, because I don't want to risk our friendship.
Yeah.
And I let myself for those 3 weeks try on mentally and emotionally what it would feel like. And it felt great. It felt right. Plus all of my friends were already like, do it. So I was like, okay, I know it's like a huge leap of faith to possibly take that turn. But I think it's the best decision that we ever made.
If you had to choose one experience or memory that illustrates our relationship, what would it be and why?
There's two.
Okay.
Because they're very different.
We have time.
The first one, in the middle of January, we got city bikes and we were close to midnight, riding around, going to walk my dog, going to a comedy show, singing Jerry Mungo at the top of our lungs throughout the city, and making up dance moves all over the place. I feel like that fun, playful side is very indicative of how we like to be independently and together. And the other one is when I was pretty injured and I couldn't get out of bed for months, and you took care of me. I don't know why. You helped get my medicine. You were constantly just by my side, making sure that I had anything I needed and that I knew that you were there. And it wasn't pretty for months. It was agonizing. And I can't believe that you were there every day with a smile on your face. You have so much empathy. You took care of everything, and you didn't hold it over my head. You didn't get angry. You didn't walk away. I was able to let my guard down and just be in that moment and let myself heal by your side. I couldn't be more grateful. And I knew that if that's how you were able to handle that it squashed a lot of fears for what I would have in the future.
Yeah, that was a tough time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, you made me want to be able to do the same thing for you. And I think typically there was a part of me that used to walk away from things when they got hard. And you made me not want to do that.
Hmm.
When have you seen me the most vulnerable? And what did it teach you about loving me?
I mean, I think the easy answer is like when you hurt your neck and you were like really in a lot of pain for a long time. I think that taught me that I was like allowed to love you and care for you, and that you would be open and accept it, but not demanding of it in any way. And I think that was very important for me, to not feel like there was any sort of like obligation for behavior or emotion or whatever it was. It was, I think we talked about that too earlier on. It's like there's no demand or obligation for it, but you were in a very vulnerable situation, and um, you know, you needed my help, but you took it very graciously, which was something that was kind of new for me. So that was like a um, important time. What do you understand about me that no one else does?
Oh, okay. Probably how you are able to hide a part of yourself. There's a piece of yourself that you're still working on healing and developing. That would be impossible for people to know based on how you project yourself and how you show up for other people in your life and in your work, because you've been able to learn how to mask it so well. And I'm happy to know that part of you, because I think it's something that is worth sharing and growing, because you deserve to feel a sense of wholeness. And I know that the part of you doesn't feel entirely whole all the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like parts of me that I'm still very much working on that, I feel that's one of the things that, makes me feel like either unconfident or inauthentic in like a way that I don't think I've figured it out yet. So I have trouble sharing even about my journey through it. But I think it's something that, and you remind me of this and others, that it's like, it's sharing about your journey, not the, final product, that is really powerful and helpful.
Yeah. I wish it was something that you felt like you could talk about with more people, because I think it would be liberating for you.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. And I think, we were taking steps in that direction. But all right.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
When was the first moment that you knew that I loved you?
Man, I think about this, and we think about it. I think I knew you loved me as a friend and as a human and a person and a soul for a long time, leading up to before we got together, just because you were always there, again, like either kind of talking me through stuff or listening to me not talk for hours. And, I think that was one of the biggest things, was that every single way you were there to support me was just like, okay, dude, I want to see you be your best version of yourself. Like that was the bottom line of it all.
Totally. You want to know?
You have one single moment, don't you?
Yeah.
Of course.
I haven't told you this before, actually. Because it was before we got together. We were just hanging out one night, and you looked at me, and it wasn't a quick glance. You were looking at me like you were saying with your eyes, I love you. Like it was just, my soul felt very, like it was in the right place and it had found its match.
All right. What is your greatest hope for us?
That we try everything. We don't limit ourselves to exploring adventures and growing in our lives, from fear, whether that's moving or taking another job or, learning a new language or saying yes to things. I think that being open to any possibility is what I hope for us.
Okay.
And that we have really, really cool kids if we have them. And start a family band.
A family band?
Yeah.
All right.
What do you feel would happen 10 years from now that would indicate to us that our relationship was successful?
Oh, we'd still be married.
True.
I don't want to put success on houses or kids or money or anything like that, but I think maybe the fact if we can still ride bikes around and dance together and sing songs, and you'll never stop trying to bring the joy into my life and our lives and try to make me laugh or make things funny or make us feel free and goofy, and with everything else that may be happening, I think you're always like trying to pull some joy up into the situation, or at least you're trying to pull me into it, which I really appreciate. And that we both feel fulfilled in our own right as how we've been showing up for life.
Yeah. I think if we both still respect and enjoy each other's company, I think the love will always be there. I hope we just keep playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love you.
Love you too.
If you enjoyed that conversation at the end, visit theskindeep.com/shop, where you'll find more of our products to create the space to explore the relationships that are most important to you.